Today we're going to be taking a look at NECA Scavage Predator from Series 13. Scavage Predator, although an occasional member of the Cracked Tusk clan, is a nomadic warrior and also a descendant of the elder Nightstorm Predator, which is pretty obvious given how he's forged his armor based off his old ancestor. Now, despite looking up to the Nightstorm, however, Scavage did not follow his ancestor's footsteps and chose to follow the Yautja Honor Code, making him one of the only super predators to do so. And he tends to like to hang out with his predator hounds. And it is Scavage. As we said before, he is an ancestor of the Nightstorm Predator, and NECA kind of took that to heart because if you take a look at this guy, you're going to see a lot of reused parts from the Nightstorm Predator. But we're going to take a look at all of it anyways because that's what this review is all about, to give you an informed look at if this Predator is worth picking up this late into the game. Sorry, Super Predator. So in terms of looks, this guy's got a very nice dark forest green for a lot of his scalp here, and some browns thrown in there for good measure. There is some light, almost like a spinach green, that's there as well. If you take a look at his eyes, he's got some very pronounced eyes. Very creepy looking, but not as creepy as Nightstorm Predator. His tusks are nicely painted. His fangs are also really nicely done. Not a lot of slop here compared to Nightstorm. And his inner mouth is done with some green as well. Moving down the rest of the body, once again you get some more of those dark greens mixed in there with some light greens on the abdominal area here for that six-pack. Holy moly crababoli, he must work out. Take a look at his arms, some more of those little green spots to add to some of that depth on the skin tone. His hand is nice and light, almost like a teal green. Looking nice. Moving down the thighs. Asymmetrical design here in terms of the paint for the thighs. I like how one side is kind of plain looking. You get a gradient of dark green to light green, while on the other side you get a dark green with spotty green spots on it, and it looks pretty good. And the rest of the figure, let's take a look at his dreads, because this is probably my favorite part of this guy. These dreads are just really appealing to me. Probably the most appealing thing on this guy since he's a lot of reused sculpt. But I don't know about it. It's just the mahogany that they used for these dreads and how long they are. Really cool. I like them. Little gold, little beads in there as well. You lift some of that up so you can get a nice look at the armor for Scavage. A lot of this armor is reused parts from Nightstorm. However, you're going to notice there are some pieces here that are missing compared to Nightstorm. He went with silver this time as opposed to gold. The plasma caster, same plasma caster as Nightstorm as well, does rotate. And let's take a look at the gauntlet here for the wrist. Now this gauntlet is pretty much the same. The blade is different. It's not curved like Nightstorm. It is more of a straight pair of blades coming out of the wrist gauntlet. Still intimidating, but I think this is reuse from the Falconer Predator. Moving down the rest of the body, you get some light golds here for the loincloth, while some of these little cloth bits are done with a dark brown. The little pouch on his tailbone is a lighter brown compared to Nightstorm's. The armor flaps for the thighs is also done with a very light gold. And moving down to the legs, you can see here some more asymmetrical armor. So overall, in terms of looks, I gotta say Scavage is a cool looking predator. Yeah, like I said, reused parts, but it doesn't really hurt the figure too much. It's cool to have them next to each other. Now, in terms of articulation, this is where this figure unfortunately falls apart. Not literally, but, well, you'll see what I mean. If you remember the Nightstorm review, a lot of parts here are also reused in terms of engineering. So, lots of limited articulation. The head can look up a little bit, but all those dreads do get in the way. Can't really have him look down, you can only have him look straight, and the head does rotate left and right, but the armor does get in the way of that. Plasma caster, same story, can only rotate a little bit, and the gun does rotate indeed. In terms of the armor on the shoulders getting in the way, same story here. You're not going to get too much in terms of movement from these arms. You can get this one to move back quite a bit, but not really for this one. You don't want to stress the armor too much to the point where it breaks off, because that's always an issue with NECA Predators. There is a single bend at the elbow and a typical swivel hinge combo for the wrists. Unlike my Nightstorm Predator, who's a little too tight in this regard, my Scavage Predator can actually kick forward and kick back a little bit. And there is rotation here at the thigh. There is a cut right there, so it allows him some more articulation, which is always good. There is a single bend at the knee once again. And of course for the ankle, there is a swivel here right there at that cut. So yeah, in terms of articulation, pretty much the same story for Nightstorm, but at least my legs can kick forward and kick backward. So in terms of accessories, he doesn't come with a lot, but he does come with his own biomask, which is, let's face it, just a reuse of the Nightstorm Predator's mask. And you know, it's understandable given how he forged his armor exactly like his big granddaddy. A very clean silver paint with little bits of dark gray thrown in there to add some details and some red eyes. He also comes with his own combi stick slash staff, and once again a reuse of the Nightstorms, complete with that human spine and skull. Once again, the exact same as Nightstorms, very little in terms of differences aside from the paint on this one. Size comparison wise, here he is with the Ultimate Guardian Predator that we just unboxed on the channel recently. A Trendmasters Godzilla. The SH Monster Arts Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. The original Super Predator from Predators Berserker. The Leonard City Hunter Predator. And the NECA Trilobite from Prometheus. Now overall, NECA's Kenner-inspired Scavage Predator is another intimidating Super Predator to have on your shelf. However, given most of this guy is basically a repaint of the Nightstorm Predator, most fans will probably just want to choose one or the other. Given this guy's aftermarket price being around $90 to $100, you're probably better off waiting for NECA to revitalize some of their Super Predators and creating an ultimate version of this guy. But that's just my honest opinion. Anyways, I hope you guys and gals found this review helpful and informative. If it was, remember the end card is showing up at the end of the video with ways as to how you can help this channel. Once again, collect everything, connect everything. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed and would like to see more videos like this, hitting the like button, sharing the video, commenting, and subscribing will help us defeat the evil algorithm. And if you enjoy video games, I have a dedicated channel just for that, so I hope to see you there.